In this example, we are going to write a system of inequalities from a graph. Basically, the idea to this question is that a graph would be given, and by observing that graph, we need to write a system of inequalities which is represented by the graph. So let's read the question and see what it says. The question says, what system of inequalities is represented by the graph? By observing the graph, we can see there is one red dotted line and one blue solid line. Also, we see a yellow region which is shaded below the red dotted line and a blue region which is shaded above the blue solid line. The solution to the inequality is the overlapping of the two regions, i.e. blue and yellow, which is shaded as green. Since these two lines are a straight line, then we can use our favorite equation y is equal to mx plus b. Let's take the red dotted line first. To find the equation of the red dotted line, we need to know the y-intercept and the slope of the line. So by observing the graph, we can say that the y-intercept of the red dotted line is 5. So our equation becomes y is equal to mx plus 5. The next point is to get the slope of the line. There are different ways of getting the slope. One way to get the slope would be to choose a point on the line and substitute the value into our equation. So let's say I choose x to be 2 and y to be 4. By substituting these values into our equation, y is equal to mx plus 5, we will get 4 is equal to m multiplied by 2 plus 5. Rearranging this equation, we get 4 minus 5 is equal to 2m. This implies that our m is equal to negative 1 divided by 2. So now our equation for the red line is y equals negative half x plus 5. So far, we get the red line equation. Now we need to consider about the inequality sign. There are two things which we need to consider. Number one, the line is dotted, and number two, the yellow shaded region is below the line. So therefore, we would say that our inequality sign will be less than. So finally, we can say that our inequality for the yellow shaded region would be y less than negative half x plus 5. Applying the same method for the blue line, we can say that the y-intercept of blue line is negative 1. So our equation looks like y is equal to mx minus 1. Once again, choosing a point on the blue line, for example 2 and 1, and substituting it into y equals mx minus 1 for x and y, we get 1 is equal to m times 2 minus 1. Solving this for m, we get m is equal to 2 divided by 2, which implies m to be 1. So therefore, our equation for the blue line would be y is equal to x minus 1. Now we need to consider about the inequality sign. Once again, by observing the solid blue line and a blue shaded region which is above the solid line, we can say that our inequality will be more than or equal to. So our inequality for the blue solid line becomes y more than or equal to x minus 1. So we conclude our question by saying that the system of inequalities for this graph is y is less than negative half x plus 5 and y is more than or equal to x minus 1. I hope you understood the video and thank you for watching.